Kurama, also known as the Nine Tails, was born when Hagoromo Otsutsuki separated the 10 Tails chakra into 9 parts. Each tailed beast gained individuality, but Kurama stood out due to its overwhelming power. Its design and concept drew from the kitsune of Japanese folklore, mythical foxes with many tails and supernatural intelligence. In legends, kitsune are both tricksters and guardians. Kurama, shaped by this duality, came to represent destruction, rebirth, and loyalty throughout the Naruto story. Kurama's symbolism changes depending on its Jinchuriki. When sealed inside Mito and later Kushina, Kurama reflected fear and isolation. Inside Naruto, the beast evolved, transforming from a prisoner into a trusted companion. This journey from hatred to cooperation framed Kurama as a symbol of duality, chaos balanced with wisdom, darkness countered by light. Kurama's power placed it far above other tailed beasts. A single swipe of its tail could destroy mountains. When manipulated by Obito during the attack on Konoha, it took the combined strength of Minato and Kushina to stop it. Its signature technique, the tailed beast ball, is a compressed sphere of chakra that explodes on contact and can annihilate an entire village. It also generates chakra claws and shockwaves by roaring, adding ranged and close combat options to its arsenal. Kurama's chakra can overwhelm other tailed beasts and sustain prolonged battles. Physically, it can endure powerful strikes and regenerate from injuries quickly due to its dense chakra network. Even after being sealed repeatedly, Kurama's raw stamina rarely diminished. Kurama also displays a high level of intelligence. It senses negative emotions, making it effective at detecting hostile intent. It analyzes enemy behavior and offers strategic insight. Kurama's relationship with humans developed through each host. It hated humans after being treated like a tool for centuries, especially during its time with Mito and Kushina. Naruto challenged this cycle, not by dominance, but through persistence. Their bond deepened over time, culminating in Kurama's sacrifice to save Naruto during the Boruto era. When it reappeared in Himawari, Kurama accepted her instinctively, calling her fate, a sign of emotional maturity. A moment before moving to the next part, we want to say something. We've just passed 15,000 subscribers, and now we're aiming for the next big milestone, 25,000. Your support means everything to us. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a deep dive analysis from AnimeZONE. Every subscription helps us bring even more high-quality Naruto and Boruto content straight to you. We will talk about the bond between Kurama and his Jinchuriki from the first generation till Himawari. And now, Mito Uzumaki. Mito Uzumaki was the first person to seal Kurama inside her. She came from the Uzumaki clan, known for their strong life force and powerful sealing techniques. As the wife of Hashirama Senju, Mito became Jinchuriki shortly after Hashirama defeated Madara Uchiha. With the newly founded Hidden Leaf Village at risk, Kurama needed to be contained. Mito took on this responsibility, using her clan's expertise in Fuinjutsu to imprison the beast. Mito's bond with Kurama was based on suppression, not cooperation. She relied on her spiritual strength and mastery of sealing techniques to keep the beast locked away. Unlike Naruto, she never attempted to understand Kurama. Her control came from domination, not dialogue. This approach was necessary at the time. The village was still vulnerable, and the concept of befriending a tailed beast had not yet emerged. Though she did not form a deep relationship with Kurama, Mito played a key role in stabilizing the village's early years. Her presence kept Kurama from threatening the village again. Mito's greatest contribution, however, was not in battle, but in wisdom. Before her death, she passed her knowledge to Kushina Uzumaki. She emphasized the need to anchor Kurama with love, hinting at a more balanced approach. Mito set the foundation for future Jinchuriki. Her role highlighted the first stage in Kurama's long evolution, from being controlled by fear to forming mutual trust. She might be the strongest Jinchuriki because during that time, Kurama never gets out. And Mito was holding Kurama inside her till her death. Do you think she is the strongest Jinchuriki? Kushina Uzumaki. Kushina Uzumaki, A kunoichi from the fallen village of Uzushiogakure, inherited the role of Kurama's Jinchuriki after Mito Uzumaki. She was chosen at a young age due to her strong chakra and bloodline, both ideal for sealing a tailed beast. The transfer happened while the Hidden Leaf sought to maintain stability through controlling Kurama. As a member of the Uzumaki clan, Kushina possessed exceptional sealing abilities and physical resilience, making her a suitable vessel. Kurama resisted her, just as it had Mito. It remained hostile and sought opportunities to break free. However, Kushina managed to suppress it using the adamantine chains from her chakra, and through the emotional bond she shared with Minato Namikaz. Her method of control was less spiritual than Naruto's, but more stable than Mito's. The relationship between Kushina and Kurama never developed beyond containment. Her final moment as Jinchuriki came during Naruto's birth. The weakening of the seal allowed Obito Uchiha to extract Kurama and use it to attack the village. In the aftermath, Kushina and Minato resealed half of Kurama into Naruto and the other half into Minato himself. This act cost them their lives. Kushina's legacy shaped Naruto's path. Although she failed to change Kurama's outlook, her final words to Naruto gave him the emotional strength to bear the burden. Her influence lived on through Naruto's ideals, and her sealing technique became foundational in protecting him. Kinkaku and Ginkaku. Kinkaku and Ginkaku, known as the Gold and Silver Brothers of Kumogakure, were infamous for their brutal strength and unorthodox link to Kurama. Unlike traditional Jinchuriki, they never had the beast sealed inside them. During a failed mission to capture Kurama under the first Raikage, the two brothers were swallowed whole by the Nine Tails. Instead of dying, they survived inside its stomach for 2 weeks by consuming its flesh. This grotesque survival tactic allowed them to absorb Kurama's chakra directly into their bodies. This chakra imprint gave them Jinchuriki-like abilities without the full responsibilities of being hosts. Both gained the ability to partially transform, manifesting up to 6 tails in version 2 form. Unlike Naruto, who gradually earned Kurama's cooperation, Kinkaku and Ginkaku forced power from the beast without regard for its will. Their use of Kurama's chakra was purely physical, driven by combat instincts and aggression. In addition to the chakra, the brothers wielded 4 of the 6 paths' treasured tools: the Benihisago, Kokenjo, Shichiseiken, and Bashosen. These relics, despite their high chakra consumption, allowed them to seal enemies' words, summon elemental attacks, and disrupt combat with unpredictable effects. With these tools and Kurama's power, they nearly killed both the second Hokage Tobirama and the second Raikage during an attempted coup. In the Fourth Great Ninja War, Kabuto Yakushi revived them using Edo Tensei. They faced the First Division, led by Darui, and caused significant casualties before being sealed again. Their version of Kurama's chakra later became part of Obito's Moon's Eye plan, serving as fuel for reviving the Ten Tails. Unlike Naruto, whose bond with Kurama evolved through empathy, they treated the beast's chakra as a weapon. Their legacy serves as a contrast, showing that without understanding, even Kurama's strength can become unstable and self-destructive. Minato Namikaz. Minato Namikaz, the 4th Hokage, became a Jinchuriki under extraordinary circumstances. During the attack on Konoha by Obito Uchiha and the rampaging Nine Tails, Kushina's seal was broken. To protect the village and his newborn son Naruto, Minato used the Reaper Death Seal to split Kurama's chakra into 2 halves, Yang and Yin. He sealed the Yang half into Naruto and the Yin half into himself, binding it within the Shinigami. This made Minato a Jinchuriki posthumously, as he died immediately after performing the technique. Unlike other Jinchuriki, Minato had no time to interact with Kurama during life. The seal kept the Yin half locked away. His connection to Kurama remained purely tactical. He saw it as a threat that needed to be neutralized, not understood. It wasn't until he was reanimated during the Fourth Great Ninja War that his role as a Jinchuriki became relevant again. Upon being brought back with Edo Tensei, Minato had access to the yin half of Kurama. Despite not forming a relationship with the beast, he was able to utilize its chakra temporarily, mainly to support Naruto. He used the same chakra transfer technique as his son to boost the allied shinobi forces. However, he did not activate Kurama-specific transformations, indicating limited synchronization. The yin half remained passive, lacking the emotional progression Naruto had achieved with the yang half. Minato's core combat strength still came from his teleportation abilities and sealing techniques. His Flying Thunder God technique made him one of the fastest shinobi in history. These skills allowed him to keep pace with the evolving battlefield without relying heavily on Kurama's chakra. His sealing abilities, such as the 8 trigram seal, laid the groundwork for Naruto's future control over Kurama. Minato's importance in the tailed beast lineage lies more in what he enabled than what he performed. By splitting Kurama's chakra and entrusting Naruto with the yang half, he set in motion the beast's eventual transformation. He also preserved the yin half for future use, preventing it from falling into enemy hands. During the climax of the war, Minato transferred the yin half to Naruto, uniting Kurama's full power for the first time since its creation. His sealing action saved the village and gave Naruto the potential to reshape Kurama's future. Although he never bonded with the beast himself, his decisions made that bond possible. In the end, he played a crucial support role, bridging the gap between suppression and cooperation. Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto Uzumaki became Kurama's Jinchuriki from the moment he was born. On the night of his birth, Obito Uchiha unleashed the Nine Tails on Konoha after breaking the seal on Kushina Uzumaki. To protect the village, Minato Namikaz split Kurama into 2 halves, sealing the yang half into Naruto using the 8 trigram seal, and the yin half into himself using the Reaper Death Seal. As a newborn, Naruto had no choice in the matter. He carried Kurama's chakra without understanding the burden or the hatred tied to it. Naruto faced isolation and prejudice from the villagers who feared the monster sealed inside him. The presence of Kurama fueled their suspicion, but Naruto remained unaware of the reason behind his loneliness. The seal only weakened during intense emotional states, often leading to uncontrollable bursts of chakra. In his early missions, Kurama's influence caused Naruto to lose control and go berserk, especially when his life was threatened. Their relationship was antagonistic for years. Kurama saw Naruto as just another human jailer. Naruto, in turn, feared the beast's power, but often relied on it in desperate situations. The dynamic began to shift during Naruto's training under Killer Bee, the 8-Tails Jinchuriki. Bee taught Naruto that a Jinchuriki could form a real bond with their tailed beast, opening the door to mutual respect. Naruto then entered his inner mind, faced Kurama directly, and forcibly pulled its chakra from it, initiating the first step toward cooperation. Over time, Naruto showed consistent compassion, not just toward Kurama, but also toward other tailed beasts. Kurama gradually opened up, recognizing Naruto's intentions as sincere. During the Fourth Great Ninja War, the turning point came when Kurama voluntarily offered his chakra to Naruto. This marked the start of full collaboration, resulting in the powerful Nine Tails chakra mode, and, later, the enhanced Tailed Beast mode. Unlike past Jinchuriki, Naruto earned Kurama's trust through empathy, not force. In the middle of the war, Minato transferred the yin half of Kurama to Naruto after the young shinobi was critically wounded by Madara. With both halves reunited, Kurama returned to full form for the first time in years. Naruto's control over this combined power allowed him to fight on par with Madara and, later, Kaguya. He became a central figure in the allied shinobi forces, distributing chakra to thousands, and coordinating with all the tailed beasts through mutual understanding. Post-war, Naruto retained Kurama's full power and used it to maintain peace as the 7th Hokage. Their cooperation continued to evolve, and their synergy reached new heights. In battle, Naruto accessed Kurama's full abilities without hesitation. Kurama also acted as a battlefield analyst, giving Naruto tactical advice during fights. The final transformation of their relationship occurred during the fight against Ishiki Otsutsuki in the Boruto series. Faced with an overwhelming opponent, Kurama revealed a last resort technique, Baryon Mode. This form burned both their chakras as raw energy, reducing the lifespan of any opponent who came into contact with them. Naruto activated the form knowing it could be fatal. What he didn't know was that Kurama had lied about the cost. Baryon Mode consumed only Kurama's life, not Naruto's. After defeating Ishiki, Kurama's chakra faded. The beast disappeared permanently, ending their long journey together. Kurama's death marked the first time Naruto had to stand without the beast since his birth. It also marked the end of a partnership that had evolved from hostility to genuine friendship. Naruto no longer had access to Kurama's vast chakra, yet his experience remained. The lessons he learned from that bond, patience, empathy, and trust, became a foundation for how he approached other relationships, including those with his children. Naruto changed how the ninja world viewed Jinchuriki. No longer were tailed beasts seen only as tools of war. Through his example, the world learned they could be allies, even companions. His bond with Kurama helped shift the narrative from fear to respect. This legacy influenced his daughter, Himawari, who later became Kurama's new host. Naruto's journey with Kurama laid the groundwork for a more peaceful future between humans and tailed beasts. Naruto's time as a Jinchuriki spanned every phase of Kurama's character development. From caged beast to combat partner, from unwilling weapon to willing ally, Kurama evolved because of Naruto. The partnership defined Naruto's identity, not because of raw power, but because of how he earned that power, with trust rather than domination. The partnership defined Naruto's identity, not because of raw power, but because of how he earned that power, with trust rather than domination. This arc remains central not just to Naruto's growth as a character, but to the broader message of the series itself. Black Zetsu. Black Zetsu briefly became a vessel for Kurama's yin half during the final phase of the Fourth Great Ninja War. After Madara was betrayed and used as a medium to revive Kaguya Otsutsuki, the tailed beasts, including the divided Kurama, were absorbed. Black Zetsu, acting as Kaguya's will, momentarily held the yin chakra of Kurama as part of this process. There was no interaction between Black Zetsu and Kurama. It did not attempt to communicate, control, or utilize the beast's chakra in any way. The role was strictly logistical, transferring tailed beast chakra into Kaguya's rebirth. Kurama, in this instance, was treated as a resource, not an ally or a threat. Himawari Uzumaki. Himawari Uzumaki became the next Jinchuriki of Kurama, following the beast's death and unexpected reincarnation. After Kurama sacrificed himself during the battle against Ishiki, it was presumed that he had vanished permanently. However, in Boruto, 2 Blue Vorte, Kurama re-emerged, reborn within Himawari, the daughter of Naruto and Hinata. The exact mechanics of Kurama's return are still unclear, but the beast appears to have chosen Himawari intentionally, as if drawn by something inherent within her. This generation marks a shift in how Jinchuriki are formed. Himawari did not undergo a ritual or sealing. Kurama returned of its own will, immediately forming a bond with her. Unlike past hosts, Himawari didn't need to earn Kurama's trust through trials or trauma. Kurama referred to her as fate, suggesting a natural compatibility. This relationship began not with fear or restraint, but with cooperation. Their synergy developed quickly. Himawari was able to access Kurama's chakra without resistance. She demonstrated control over its abilities almost immediately, showing signs of mastering the tailed beast ball. Her chakra cloaks and sensory capabilities manifested without the instability that plagued earlier Jinchuriki. Kurama no longer needed to withhold its power or test the resolve of its host. The internal conflict that defined its relationships with Mito, Kushina, and Naruto was absent. Beyond destructive power, Himawari's skill set included healing and regeneration abilities, enhanced by Kurama's chakra. She could recover from severe injuries and support allies in battle. Her strength placed her on par with formidable threats like Jura, making her one of the strongest new generation fighters. Reports even suggest she demonstrated combat instinct and reflexes that allowed her to surprise veteran opponents. These rapid developments may stem from inherited genetics, being the child of Naruto and Hinata, both possessing strong chakra lineages. In narrative terms, Himawari's role began to reshape the Boruto story. As Naruto and Sasuke's generation moved off the battlefield, Himawari emerged as a new focal point. Her bond with Kurama revived fan interest, especially among longtime Naruto followers. This dynamic didn't simply replicate Naruto's path. It introduced a new era of cooperation between human and beast, one born from peace rather than struggle. Himawari's personality further set her apart. She showed emotional sensitivity, determination, and an intuitive grasp of chakra. Kurama, having witnessed centuries of conflict, responded positively to her balanced nature. Rather than treating Kurama as a burden, Himawari embraced it as part of herself. Their shared existence was not a war for dominance, but a partnership from the start. This version of Kurama was also more evolved. Having learned from its bond with Naruto, the beast no longer distrusted humanity. It returned without hesitation, not to find a weapon, but to continue a legacy. Himawari became the product of that evolution, a Jinchuriki without the baggage of hatred. Himawari's presence altered Boruto's emotional balance. As he struggled with karma, code, and the changing world order, her strength provided stability. Her ability to protect the Uzumaki household, especially in Naruto's absence, added a new layer to the family dynamic. Kurama's return offered not just power, but a symbol of continuity, one that tied past, present, and future. In the broader shinobi world, her existence began to signal a new generation of tailed beast relations. Himawari demonstrated that Jinchuriki no longer had to suffer to control their power. Her bond with Kurama offered a blueprint for peaceful coexistence. Her potential continues to grow. Analysts speculate that she may eventually surpass Naruto, not just in raw strength, but in harmony with Kurama. Unlike her father, she began her journey with mutual trust. As the story unfolds, she may unlock new forms of tailed beast transformation, or discover techniques that Naruto never accessed. Himawari's generation reflects what Naruto worked to create, a world where understanding overcomes fear and power is guided by empathy. Her role as Kurama's new Jinchuriki doesn't repeat history, it evolves it.